Hi everybody, it's EK from EK Gorman Designs, and I'm coming in today to share with you this autumn card featuring market stamp set from Crafting Desert Divas. This is part of their monthly mood board challenge. It's got really great October and autumn colors in it. And one of the pictures features a bunch of harvest apples. So I thought I'd use the market stamp set and stamp out a nice little autumn scene with a bunch of apples because, let's be honest, apple picking is one of the big autumn trends. So you'll notice I'm coloring in these markers. I'm coloring today with my Copic markers, and I'm coloring in the apples with a pink. That's because if you look at an apple really, really closely, there is actually some... Oh, yes, my dog wants to speak today. There's some pink undertones in a lot of apples. So I went ahead and used a really light color to allow the possibility for that pink to show through. And then I pulled a really, really dark red, my darkest red, which is the R89, and then dropped in the shadows with it. I don't know, there's a part of me that still feels I haven't totally grasped or accomplished the art of making apples the correct color, but I'm getting closer. I think this pink gets me a little bit closer than what I want to be. My mid-tone, the R46, I put kind of everywhere except for where I wanted the highlights, and then I left that to be the bits of pink and white to show through. I'm going to do something very dangerous. I'm going to stop petting my dog and see if she barks again. Wait, we may be in. Okay, we have luck. So, for those of you who aren't aware, on their Facebook gallery page, Crafting Desert Divas has a monthly mood board challenge. And every month there's a collection of pictures that one can use to inspire them. And then at the end of the month, there's a couple freebies given away as prizes for those who participate. So it's always worth checking out and submitting designs for, because freebies! We all like freebies. With these crates, I made the decision early on that I was going to have them being separate colors. One dark brown and one kind of, for lack of a better term, sand brown. That kind of, I don't know, raffia color that wood could be. And then I went ahead and confused which one was supposed to be which. I had intended from the beginning that the baskets be the light brown and the wood crates be the dark brown. But being that I don't do cards twice, if I make a mistake, you all get to see it and live with it right along with me. I made the mistake and I just decided to keep it. I don't know. I think it worked in the end. I think I would have liked it better if the baskets were light and the boxes were dark. But it worked. Now I do something here in a minute. When I create a scene like this and I mask out stuff, I try to pick a couple core colors and then use them everywhere within the card, because I find that when you introduce 45 different colors, the card doesn't work. But in this case, if you use the same collection of colors throughout all the images, there's a uniformity to it all. So I made the decision to go ahead with that light colored brown for her hat and blend it out. Now I will warn you, I missed a section of the hat, and not until I almost got the card completely done did I realize that that was in fact part of the hat and not part of the floral. So for those of you who catch it right now, it's going to drive you nuts, because it's driving me absolutely insane. But you're going to have to live with it, because I don't catch it until almost the very end. Yeah, it's right there, right under the flower on the left side. See, now you see it and you can't unsee it. So where I said I take a couple colors and I reintroduce them throughout the whole card, I used that light brown for the hat. Well, I went ahead and pulled the dark browns out and used it for her shirt and her shoes. It's not a big impact, but it ties right back into those baskets. And then I'm not introducing a whole new color. And now I'm pulling that same combination of red markers, that 43, 46, and 89, and doing it in both the floral hat and the dress, or at least layers of the dress. This is kind of an interesting stamp set. If you haven't seen it, The whole stamp set has a whole bunch of different fruits and vegetables. It has this really great market stand. It has a really cute camel. And it's got this fun little shopping gal. I will tell you, I had to mask out the apples pretty heavily to get them where they are in the baskets. The little basket that's off to her left, it comes that way. That's how the stamp is. The baskets to the right, I actually had to build with masking. And it took a little thought and creativity of getting the masking right, and in the end I didn't. I should have stamped the apples individually with each basket and then did each basket behind the completed basket of apples. And in fact, I did basket, box, basket, and then started trying to add the apples in, and there was an epic fail. If you look, that you'll notice. And I live with it. So now I'm introducing a new color here. I don't have any green anywhere, but she needs green for the apple leaves, and the floral leaves on her hat. So I went ahead and introduced a combination of green across the card. And again, like I said, if I introduce a color in one place, I try to introduce it in multiple places, just so there's a harmony within the whole scene. I like this green combination. It's really dark. It's really muted, even though it's a dark color. There isn't much vibrancy, and the hue is pretty dull, despite its dark value. But I like this combination. So I think it was only here I really realized, oh, I forgot a section of the hat. So I'm going back in and I'm fixing it. For all of you who are going crazy, it's being fixed. I will tell you, normally when I build a card, I start with skin tone and hair, and then go from there. For reasons I'm not even really certain of, I didn't do that today. Maybe because I was trying to plan out how to get the color in. I don't know. So the last things I did here are skin tone, and I went with just a really simple skin tone. I misshadowed her face a little. I don't know, I missed the shadow on of her hat. I didn't quite get it right. But alas, like I say, I don't go back and change or redo whole cards just because I don't film them perfectly. I've got bad news for anybody who thinks I might be perfect. I'm not. I'm not even close. I'm not even remotely. And I think crafters need to know that people aren't perfect and we make mistakes. So I'm one of them, willing to admit that I am not perfect. I got a little zealous in my coloring here. I had to turn the camera off for some reason and then got excited about coloring her hair and completely forgot to tape it. So, sorry, you're gonna miss me coloring her hair. I used a combination of E04, E07, and E09 to make that lovely red tone. And now I'm just going back in and dropping a little bit of color into the apples. The last things I did was pull the apples that I masked into the basket and created a background scene with just the apples and some red ink. And then I die cut that out with Craftin Divas Crazy Stitch Frames dies. And then matted everything into some colors and built the card. So there's a lot of extra things I did that I didn't tape because I just stamped some apples out. It's really nothing fancy and schmancy. I do like what I did with my shadows here today. It's a really simple shadow, or at least for me it's a really simple shadow. But I think it keeps that fall feeling and shows directional sun. So there's that background I was talking about, and there's all the matting I did that happened with the card. Thanks for watching. Click the dragon to subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. Give me a thumbs up if you like to see what I'm doing. Go check out the monthly mood board from Crafting Desert Divas on their Facebook social page. And I will see you next time that I make a video. Bye.